It's gonna be pretty big. Certainly a little bit different to the festival shows that we played, because we're bringing our own production this time. So we've got our own stage show and going on, and that's our own sort of lighting and everything like that. So we'll be playing about hour and 40 minutes, I think, so far on this tour is what we've been playing, which is quite a lot, covering all 3 of our records. So it's going to be busy. It is tiring, yeah. But I think over the we've been doing it for 5 years now, so you know how to moderate yourself and how to get the best out of each show. And we're still pretty good now. We can get by every gig. Well, first record, Echo and the Bunnymen, definitely. I mean, we were big Echo and the Bunnymen fans, and still are, to be honest. We don't listen to them as much as we used to, but also Tom has a deep voice, which makes him sound like Ian Curtis. I guess people say this new record sounds like Depeche Mode. Do anything right nowadays, can you? But all good bands and all bands that we like. I'm moving away from New York for a while, so I'm definitely staying there. But yeah, I think moving about, living in different places, has definitely had an effect on this new record, this third one. And long may that continue. That we keep experiencing new things to make sure that the music that we make is still fresh. I don't know. I mean, it has just that we're thinking about recording the 4th record somewhere else anyway, and New York has been mentioned. So I don't know. I mean, for this new one, I'm kind of creating something that's a lot heavier, a lot more riffy than the previous ones. So it's going to be kind of like quite deep and heavy, but also have sort of like those kind of electronic and dark elements in there as well. So will there be more guitars or synths, whatever creates a heavier sound? So I think it's going to be more of a mixture than the last one was. Yeah, it's a tricky subject because there are so many different. I think the hardest thing about this subject is that there isn't actually a solution, and I can't think of one, and no one can think of one. I think one thing that's not fair is the fact that we make a lot of music, and people think that it's their it's their prerogative that they can have for free. I don't think that's fair. I really want to go around to where they work and just take their money from them, because that's kind of what's happening. And also it kind of reflects on our album sales as well. I think this one's taking a lot longer to get gold than the previous ones did. Whether we're going to give our music away for free, I don't think so. I don't think that's fair enough. Yeah, you've come up with something that's kind of very interesting towards us as well, in the fact that our latest record is a record that needs to be listened to from start to finish. Not just bits and bobs, not just to pick out one song and then mix it with another song, another band or whatever, and make your own playlist like people do nowadays. I think the album to listen to from start to finish, dedicating 40, 50 minutes to sitting down and listening to a record is a lost art, because people don't stand to do that anymore. Life moves so quickly that people can only listen to half a song before they get bored and have to switch on to something else. But for us, we'll always make albums for us to live. I don't care about the single market dying out. That's totally fine. But as far as making albums, making physical records or CDs or whatever it is, we will always do that. I wish a new album. Yeah, I wish. Well, I'm going back to New York tomorrow morning for about 5 days, just to get a little bit of downtime before the European tour starts. As far as and then for the next month we're on tour in Europe and beyond. But as far as new music go, we have recorded a couple of new songs. We don't really know what we're going to do with a couple of them yet either, but there's this one song called Last Day, which we've been playing on the new tour, which we'll be playing in Greece as well. And we're going to do a very limited edition release of that. It's on it's essentially a vinyl release to get people into record stores, essentially, to try and get people to stop buying MP3s and start buying, going to their local record stores and doing things the old-fashioned way. So now that's what we've got